Okay, welcome ICT230 class for the spring 17 semester. Um, I'm recording this video for two purposes, and you'll have it as a link in YouTube, so hopefully it'll work okay for you. Um, Alternatively, it'll be housed in the Blackboard area as well, which is what you're looking at right now on the screen. So when you log into Blackboard, what I want to do here are two things. Go over the course syllabus and talk about the course calendar a little bit. And then I'm also going to give you your first week's assignment in lieu of meeting again. I'm still down sick, so I'm not able to get up and make it to class again today. It's Thursday the 12th. So my apologies. In my nearly 15 years of teaching, I've only ever had to cancel class 2 times, and that was when my daughter was born. So my apologies. This sickness just really has me down though. So there's no worries on your end. You would definitely never be penalized for anything, and I would make sure that you never miss any of the work that we're going to cover in class. That's why I wanted to record this video, send it out to you, and it's essentially, other than us getting to sit down and talk about things face to face, it's essentially covering all the material that we would cover in class tonight. Okay, so here when you log into Blackboard, you should be taken right to the Get Started area, which is what you're looking at right now on my screen. There are only 3 things in here I want to cover and talk about. And the first is the course syllabus. And then the second is the course calendar, which is housed within the syllabus, but I also have it pulled out here on the screen for you to be able to easily access. I don't anticipate making any changes to the syllabus for this class. However, if I would have to make some changes, they would be reflected in the area here on the course calendar here, and not in the syllabus. So if I make changes to the calendar, I make them here. I won't touch them in the syllabus. So you'll follow this in terms of the calendar for the 8 weeks of the class. And then I want to go over the kind of some of the grading rubrics we'll talk about in class next week, but they're here for your reference. And then this is actually just a little short video. It's not showing up on my screencast right now that I'm doing, but it's just a little fun cartoon video I put together to talk about the communication. Of course, it's a face-to-face class, but it's expected in my years of teaching that students will, need to communicate with one another and need to communicate with the faculty member outside of class, and this is the process for doing just that. Okay, so let's take a look at the course syllabus. It is in here as a Word document. If you have any troubles with that, let me know. I can put it in here as a PDF as well. So basically what I want to cover with this overview of the course syllabus is this. It's here for you to read over, and hopefully by this point you read over it some already. My contact information is here. It's also housed in the Blackboard site area. Want to cover, there's no text for you to purchase. The materials that will be provided are provided using Blackboard and stuff that I hand out in class when we meet in person. The course description, I do want to read over this. The goal of this course is to improve the student's ability to utilize health information technology, or referred to as HIT throughout the course, to define, access, manage, and communicate information in ethically and legally responsible ways. This course will provide students with the knowledge related to communication and emerging healthcare technologies and principles related to the electronic sharing of information. So kind of an emphasis here is because so much of these policies and principles are constantly changing with the increase in the changing of technology that exists. Keeping up with the most recent literature and research in these. That's kind of a focus of the course. So I'll constantly ask you to provide me with examples of very relevant in terms of dates, topics, and things. Okay. Students will learn how to professionally present relevant healthcare information. There will be a presentation at the end of the class in the last week, as well as how to use social networking, communication technologies, and software in a professional healthcare environment. Okay. So that's kind of the catalog description. When we meet next week on Tuesday, I will go over some more information related to the topics, the weeks that we're going to cover. We'll talk in detail about the final project and all that stuff too. And since it's a small class, there are now only 5 in the class, maybe 6. It'll be a small group, so it'll be more of a seminar / discussion / some lecture course, but it's going to be a lot of us working together through this course material, both in class and outside of class, using Blackboard course management system. Okay. So you can read down through the objectives and the exit competencies. Here's what we have in terms of the assessment. So this is what you'll be graded on. There are 2 quizzes, and they will be taken in Blackboard, and they will be taken outside of class time. So what I'll do is I'll open up a quiz maybe for 4 days, understanding that people have hectic schedules and things. So I'll open it for 4 days, and I'll allow you to go in and take the quiz. Okay. The quizzes can only be taken 1 time. Okay. Although it's out there, there's kind of an honor system. There is an expectation that you will work on the quizzes on your own. They're not to be worked on with any other students in the class. Okay. There are 5 exercises in the course. You're going to get started on one of those today, and then the presentation and it says or writing assignment. I've eliminated the option for the writing assignment. We're all going to do presentations only because of the size of the class. It's a small class, so we're going to do actually presentations in the last 2 weeks of the class. You'll be working presentation and then presenting them in class. Okay. So that's it. It's a total of 120 points. And you can see the grading scale here. It's the typical standard Mount grading scale. There's no deviation from that at all for this course. Okay. Here's a little explanation of the assessments and types that I just talked about. And we'll cover the course enhancements, the course policies. These are all standard Mount policies. Although I'm not setting a good example for the class attendance this first week, but as I said, I mean, this is not typical of me, and I don't make habit of missing class because I enjoy it so much, and I realize the responsibility that I have to the students. So, class attendance is important. Nice thing about this technology that we have is I can, create videos like this that act as a lecture. Usually I had my little floating head down in the bottom, but since I'm so sick, I didn't want to torture you with having to look at me, sitting here sick in my bed right now. So anyways, read over these course policies. There's some additional information regarding references and resources that are available for you. Since you are all healthcare related majors, we will be using the APA style. So when we do some writing, you will be using APA style to write and cite your sources. And we'll talk more about that in class. I have a little exercise we'll do in class to go over APA style formatting. And then here's the course calendar again. I'm going to show this to you out on the other page that I was showing you in Blackboard. This is actually the Word document here. And then these are standard criterion rubrics for the assessment that I follow. This is to make sure that that I am being objective and not subjective in my grading, and making sure that students are on track to reach the goals set by the academic department at the college. Okay, you don't necessarily need to be concerned about this, although it's here, and I'll reference back to it in the teaching that I'm doing and make note of, concerning the topics we cover in class, where they fit into the criterion, etc. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close out of this Word document for now. Okay. Now the course calendar, week 1, topics, chat, email, online calendars, its primary communication tools, look at collaboration, educational tools such as docs, blogs, professional networking sites, RSS feeds, webinars, and that such things. We're going to, for your first assignment, I'm going to post a little video covering all that stuff later over the weekend, maybe later today or over this coming weekend. But what I want to do now is focus on this second area here. So this website's for the National Institutes of Health, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC as it's referred to, online nursing journals, professional nursing organizations, as well as links from other health and patient portals will be accessed and reviewed. So what I want to do here is take you now to the assignment. The assignments that you're going to be doing for this first week. So over here in the course materials by week, if you click on that, the only thing that you'll be able to see here right now is just a little information I put up here about assignments and how you can resubmit those, and the quizzes you cannot resubmit them, and then the week 1 folder here. So week 1 folder, if you click on that, there are 2 things in here right now that you can see. There's actually something else in here that's for my purposes, but it's hidden from the student review. First assignment, this is a discussion board post. So anytime you see this little piece of paper with a thumbtack there, that's a discussion board post. So what I want you to do is first find a link or citation for an online nursing journal, a professional nursing organization, a health portal, or a patient portal, and provide us with the URL or as much information as you can about that, or the actual article itself. It doesn't matter. We just need to see reference to it, and the important part is here your comments on it. So I just want you to comment about the site and its usefulness, whether you use it, use it for your work or you've used it for previous classes. What we're trying to do here now is collaborate with other students, providing other students and me with information related to your knowledge area, related to professional organizations, journals, and things like that. Okay, so this is kind of a collaboration sharing discussion post. So what you'll do here when you get the information, if you haven't taken an online class before, you're going to click on this discussion post link, create a new thread, put in here, we can say ICT230, and then just we'll call this discussion discussion 1, and then your last name. Okay, and then you can here type directly into this area, or my recommendation. I don't want you to attach the file here, because discussion posts, it's better if for reading them and going through the material, that you don't attach a file. So for discussion posts, type right in here, but my recommendation would be to open up a Word document or a Google Doc, whatever it is that you're using, type in here, type on the document, I'm sorry, and then copy and paste into here. The reason for that is that this can time out very easily. Okay, so once you have that copied and pasted in, click on submit. I'm running out of my time here, so I'm going to finish. Click on submit. I'm going to cancel this, and then you're ready to go. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here quickly. This next one here, I'm going to post a video about this coming up next. But for now, I want you to get started on this one. This is what we're going to work on in class tonight. So I want you to work on this prior to, and it'll be due before the end of the day tomorrow. So again, the intent was we were going to finish it in class. I'm out of time. I'll see you.